What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles, the YouTube channel. This is the Madison League Cup round number 6. It is the last and final round, and we have ourselves on the top. We have, I think it's Deion Wright. That's what I have written down. So hopefully that is correct. Playing a Carbink Garbodor deck, a very interesting deck. And on the bottom we have Fred Hoban playing Mega Mewtwo Garbodor, and it's gonna be interesting for sure, because Carbink makes it where you have Safeguard, EXs can't hurt you, but Fred does play the Garbodor, which can turn the Carbink off, but Fred only plays a 2-1 line of this Garbodor, so it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. And see, he does, Deion does play the the Power Memory, I think that's what it's called, which can do a ton of damage and potentially knock out a Mewtwo. Yeah, make sure I have the right card. Power Memory. You can do 200 damage, and then you can discard Strong Energy and do additional damage. So you can just knock out a Mewtwo that way as well. And okay, so we see Deion does get a Pokemon, and this is the last round. Whoever wins this game is making cut. It looks like Fred is going to go first, and here we go, guys. Round number 6, the last and final round. Now we see Deion does start that Zygarde, and Fred is going to start his Mewtwo EX with the Shadow Shot and the damage change. Alright, or damage, is it damage swap or damage change? Either one, and we know what it does. Switch to damage, and we're going to see Fred just pass? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I think, okay, maybe Deion was going first, and I'm not sure who won the coin flip, actually. Alright, so we see on Deion's turn, he's going to Trainer's Mount, not going to hit anything off that. He has an Ultra Ball. Going to Ultra Ball this card, maybe an Ultra Ball and Sycamore. Grab 2 cards out of his deck. Fred's going to pick up the Zygarde and read what exactly it does. It does Land Pulse, Cell Storm, and the other attack does 100. Land's Wrath, maybe? I know it's like 20 plus 20 if there's stadium card to play, 60 heal 30, and 100 damage straight up for the last attack. And he did put a Fighting Fury on it, which makes that Zygarde EX have 230 HP. Wow. Alright, so we're going to see a Shaman set up. Going to put 40 cards in his hand. He has a Hex Maniac, Trainer's Mail, Double VS Seeker, and there is the Carbink Carbink I was talking about with the Safeguard ability. There's a Faded Town come down, Trainer's Mail, go get top cards of his deck, and does he find, okay, he finds a Fighting Fury Belt, which probably not going to be that useful, so he's going to shuffle it back into the deck, and he has a VS Seeker for Sycamore, but he has 2 VS Seekers in his hand, and maybe he doesn't want to discard that. I guess Deion must have gone first, maybe, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so see VS Seeker for Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Alright, can Deion find energy attached to Carbink? He has a switch. He's got the Power Memory in his hand as well. Looks like another Carbink, another Power Memory, so a heavy tool line in his deck. We know for sure 3 Fighting Fields and 2 Fighting Fields and 2 Power Memories. So you see switch into Carbink. And we'll see most likely pass on to Fred's turn. Now, Fred does have the Trubbish. He's got an Ultra Ball. He's got Garbodor. Oh, he's got Garbodor. So maybe he didn't have a Trubbish because... Oh, he does have Trubbish. I see on the far right or far left. So we see Ultra Ball discarding Double Psychic. And let's see what Fred decides to get out. Now, he already has a Hoop in hand, so he can put that down instead and maybe grab just a Trubbish with this one. Like, get down true Trubbish and make it where if he knocks out one, you have another one ready to go. But like I said, Fred only plays a 2-1 line. So the Garbodor is like really important in this matchup to shut down that Carbink. So Fred's going to look to see what's prized in his deck, what's all in there, and what will he get off this Ultra Ball. Like I said, maybe a second Trubbish. And he could opt to get nothing and just like Hoopa, Scoundering. And it looks like he is going to grab a Mewtwo. Okay. So Mewtwo, those 4 Mewtwo's look so amazing. Or maybe he's not going to grab anything. It looks like he's actually deciding what to Ultra Ball away. It looks like he might discard the Hoopa, or discard the Hoopa and the Garbodor to get out another Pokemon. So see Mewtwo go into his hand. We're going to see an Ultra Ball. Mewtwo coming down. We see Ultra Ball. And looks like he is going to discard that Garbodor. So going to discard the Garbodor. Going to discard the Hoopa. Okay. Going to search the deck for maybe another Mewtwo. Okay, there's Shaman. Going to set up. Maybe he notices like super rods in his deck, and he's just gonna super rod the Garbodor back into his deck. Maybe that's his plan of action, or maybe he doesn't care about his Carbink and he's just gonna Lysander on it and knock out Zygardes instead. So DC on the bench Mewtwo. We see Shaman and Trubbish and Shaman set it for 5 new cards. He draws it in Ultra Ball, Mega Turbo, and Sycamore. And you're going to see an Ultra Ball discard a Sycamore and a Mega Turbo. Maybe get a third Mewtwo down, which doesn't seem bad at all. Like 3 Mewtwo's turn 1 is fantastic. But he's got to find these links to Mega Evolve the following turn without ending his turn. So we'll see another Mewtwo coming down. So 3 Mewtwo's, a Trubbish, Shaman, and an N. Both players will shuffle up and draw 7 new cards. Now, if you don't know, Mega Mewtwo has a Psychic Affinity attack. It does 10 plus 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So it could do a ton of damage. Zygarde does need those 3 energies to swing. But if Deion doesn't put those energies on the Zygarde, Fred will have to be forced to barely hit the Zygarde. But Fred, I think, plays a Haxamaniac if it's the same list as Dallas, so maybe he can Haxamaniac and shut down these Carbinks that way. So you see Fred, he did hit a Flowstone and a Spear Link, and I wonder which one he's going to grab. Going to grab the Spear Link, put on the Mewtwo, which is fine. Get ready to Mega Evolve the following turn, which is great. And does he have anything else in his hand? I see a Parallel City, and he is going to Parallel City, probably put himself down to 3. No, he's going to put Deion on 3. Another Trubbish in the field as well, and we'll see a pass on a Deion's turn. Alright, so no Faded Town to play anymore. We see a Fighting Energy deactive, and do we see a Carbink break? There's Sycamore, going to discard a Carbink and some other stuff. Going to draw 7 new cards. Can he find a Carbink break to use the Power Gem to search his discard pile and attach 2 energies to 2 of his fighting Pokemon? So there's a Strong and a Fighting being discarded, and this will grab him the Carbink break, and he'll be able to use Diamond Gift and get 2 of those energies and attach it to his Zygarde on the bench and just get ready to start using a ton of damage. But he doesn't have the Power Memory on it. If he had the Power Memory on it, it'd be a little bit different, because Power Memory could one-shot this Mega Mewtwo by doing 220, which is fantastic. Alright, but either way, he's going to do 20 to the active, put 2 energies on one of his bench Pokemon. And what else does Deion have here? Does he have an Enhanced Hammer? It looks like he has a Strong Energy. And nope, we're going to see a Diamond Gift for 20. And it looks like Fred top sets Mega Mewtwo. He's got a Mega Turbo, going to put on the bench Mega Mewtwo. He's got the Hex Maniac in his hand. But there's no way for him to retreat this Mewtwo right now. He needs to draw into like an Escape Rope or a Switch. And we'll see an end, giving both players a new hand of 6. And we see Deion does put those 2 energies on the Zygarde, which is a great play. You can start using Zygarde's third tech, do 100, but I wish that was a Power Memory. I'm pretty sure it's a Fighting Fury Belt. Oh man, if that was a Power Memory, he would be able to one-shot these Mewtwo's while discarding his energies. Oh man. Alright, so we're going to see what happens. Does Fred find a way to retreat this Mewtwo, or will it be stuck in the act spot? And it is stuck right now. There's not even a Mega Mewtwo to Mega Evolve to end his turn. And most likely we'll see a pass on to Deion's turn. Mega Turbo to the bench, Mega Mewtwo. Alright, so right now the Mewtwo can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 130 base just off the Mega Mewtwo. Alright, so on to Deion's turn. And let's see what he decides to do. He could potentially, I don't know, does he Lysander with the Mega Mewtwo? I don't know what is his hand. That's the thing. I don't see. I see a Lysander in his hand. So he could Lysander the Mega Mewtwo and start doing damage to it. Just start doing 20s, slowly chip away at it, and then take a knockout with your Zygarde, and just hope Fred doesn't have his own Lysander, bring up your Zygarde. Let's see what he decides to do. See a Fighting Energy go into the Carbink. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Okay, on this Zygarde instead. Oh, nope, on the Carbink instead. Alright, a little fake out there. We put on the Carbink. We'll see Trainer's Mail. There's a Power Memory, something else, Power Memory, and an N. Okay. And will he play the N or just hold on to it? Will he play the Lysander instead? And he is going to play the N. Both players are going to shuffle up and get 6 new cards. Alright, so let's see. If Fred finds a DC, he can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 to 50 to that Zygarde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if he finds a DC and a Lysander, he can take a knockout on that Zygarde pretty easily. So we see Fred does find a DCE, but nothing else really. He has a Shrine of Memories. There's a Faded Town come down, which will start doing 20 damage to that Mega Mewtwo and just slowly start packing away at it while it's on the bench. So we'll see Diamond get for 20. And I wonder if Deion will put another energy in the discard pile with an Ultra Ball, or will he just attack for another 20, and the bench Mega Mewtwo take another hit as well. Now Deion is trying to do the math. Can Fred knock out the Zygarde? And there's 20 damage going on Mega Mewtwo, and 20 damage to the active. That Faded Town is out, doing damage to those bench EXs. But once again, Fred doesn't really have anything. He doesn't have a way to treat this Mega Mewtwo. It's kind of just stuck in the active spot. He does have a DC, so he could DC or treat, but that doesn't really accomplish him anything. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hand. Discards a Psychic and a Mega Mewtwo, actually. Alright. So let's see what he decides to get here. Unless he plays a second Garbodor and I just don't know about it. And yeah, no second Garbodor. He definitely discarded the first one already. Or his only one. Alright. Is Hex Maniac in his discard pile? If it is, he could float or DCE. Retreat. There's Faded Town coming down. Or no, Shrine of Memories and a VS Sticker for it in. Both players are going to shuffle up and get 6 new cards. Unfortunately, Fred did not have a he did not have a Flowstone in his hand, a Switching Guard, and this Mewtwo is still stuck in the X spot. Unless he wants to discard this DCE. Now, Fred can attack this Carbink because of the Safeguard. So there's a Flowstone, VS Seeker, Sycamore, a Trainer's Mail, VS Seeker, and that's it. Yeah, Fred's not going to be able to do much to this Carbink. Alright, so we see a Trainer's Mail. Fred's going to look at the top cards of his deck. There's a Hex Maniac, which he can grab to knock out the Mega Mewtwo. I mean, knock out the Carbink next turn. But, let's see. Does Deion have another Faded Town? I don't see one right now. Deion really needs to find... Fred really needs to find this Garbodor to get the Garbodor Toxin online, and we're just going to see a pass on the Deion's turn, okay? So let's see, what does Deion decide to do here? Now, he's still only doing 20 with this Carbink Break, so it's really not too much damage. We see another Carbink Break coming down the bench. Deion does have a strong energy. He's going to put on the active and probably use the first attack. Oh, man, I don't know. I think it does 40. I know that for sure. So I'll do a bonus of 20 to bring that Mewtwo up to 100 damage. All right, so both players are going to shuffle up. Going to get 6 new cards. Okay. Can Fred find this Flowstone? Can he find the Hex Maniac? A Lysander would be great as well to start doing damage to that Zygarde. And let's see what's going to happen. Both players are going to get 6 new cards. He does find a Hex... Oh, he finds a Hex Maniac and a Floatstone, it seems like. Alright, so Fred will be able to knock out this Carbink. There's our Nit Enhanced Hammer, discarding the DC off that Mega Mewtwo. Okay. And we will see... Oh, no, he's going to actually retreat into the Zygarde EX and swing right now. He's going to do 130... to this Mewtwo, not taking a knockout. Oh, no, it is going to take a knockout. It has 170 HP, so he'll take a knockout going down to 4 price cards. Wow. So, yeah, Deion taking the first swing, take a knockout on that Mega Mewtwo. And on to Fred's turn, let's see what can he do. Can he knock out these active or not? So, Trainer Smell, there's a Lysander via Seeker. Okay, nothing really. Right now, Fred's doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He's only doing 160. He needs to do 230 though, with the fighting through on the Zygarde. Oh man, so it's gonna be almost impossible for Fred to take a knockout this turn unless he can play some multiple Mega Turbos. We see a Lysander going to Fred's hand. A Lysander Shaman doesn't even take a knockout either, and only does 70. So there's no way he's not gonna Shaman either. And let's see what Fred decides to do. He has a Flowstone going to put in the Garb. He has a Mewtwo, a Mega Mewtwo in his hand, but we'll probably see Sycamore discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Now let's see if he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 12, 18, 190. I don't see how Fred takes a knockout this turn. A Spirit Link on the bench. Spirit Link on the Shaman, okay. Mega Turbo to the Mega Mewtwo, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And can he find a DC? If he finds a DC, he actually will take a knockout, and he does not hit it. But he does find a Super Rod, which Super Rod is going to become very important, especially when he wants to attack these Carbinks, because that Safeguard is in a play. And let's see what Fred does. Now Fred is down 2 DCs. There's 2 left in his deck. He doesn't play Special Charge that I know of. And we'll see a Super Rod. Gonna shuffle 3 Pokemon back into his deck. 3 Pokemon Energy, so Mega Mewtwo, Garbodor, and a Psychic Energy. Now Fred has already used 3 Mega Turbos. He's discarded 1 and played 2 if I remember correctly. He might have used all 4 already. But we're gonna see a retreat into the Mega Mewtwo. And we will see a Psychic Affinity. Alright, so here comes Psychic Affinity doing a ton of damage to the active, but not enough for a knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 190 damage being dealt to the Zygarde. So 6, 12, 18, and alright, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Using the right dice, make it beautiful. There we go. Easy to see. That's why I bring these bright dice for y'all to see. So 190 being dealt to this Zygarde. Oh man, if the Zygarde didn't have a fighting Fury belt, it'd be knockout. It hit perfect number, but unfortunately, Fred did not have a DCE. Yeah, that would have taken a knockout. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that would have taken a knockout for sure. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Deion has a Sycamore, going to discard his hand, draw 70 cards. He needs to find another Zygarde. That's the thing right now. If he finds another Zygarde, he could put some pressure on, but I do not see one in his hand. I don't even see an Ultra Ball. Oh no, there's Zygarde. I see it. So he's gonna Zygarde, probably put a strong energy on it. Okay. Oh, there's a power member coming down. Yeah, there it goes. Fred immediately picks up the power member. Like, what does this card do? And Fred has to watch out for that. That's definitely the killer of Mega Mewtwo. But we're going to see 110 being dealt to this Mewtwo. I think you try to do as much damage as you can. 120, sorry, to this Mewtwo to bring up to 140. I think that might be the correct play. We see a Parallel City. Deion's going to put himself down to 3 to discard the Shaman, so Fred can't Lysander or take a knock on it. And we're going to see a Land's Wrath for 130. Yep, 130, bring it up to 110 to bring it up to 130. There we go. So, Mega Mewtwo coming down. Faded Towns. No, Shrine of Memories. Shrine of Memories coming down. Okay. Shrine of Memories coming down. And let's see what Fred decides to do. So, via Seeker. Does he have some way to heal? There's Lysander, bring up that Zygarde, and what he's going to use right now is the damage change. Going to move all the damage from his Mewtwo to the active Zygarde, just kind of switch them around, saying, hey, I don't need these anymore, you can have them instead. And now Deion has 2 very, very heavily damaged Zygardes. Oh man, so Deion does have a Lysander. He could maybe Lysander the Shaman, get it stuck in the active spot, and then retreat to a Carbink, but it needs 3 energies to retreat. So an escape rope comes down from Deion. Fred is going to put the Trubbish with the Flowstone. And if I'm Deion, I definitely might Lysander the Shaman and try to get it stuck in the act spot while you're... yeah, that might be the correct play. I'm not sure. We're going to see 20 damage to the active. Going to put 2 energies onto that one of his bench Zygardes. Probably one of the power member for sure. But if Fred has a Lysander, which we do see a Via Seeker in his hand, he gets a Lysander up, use Psychic Affinity, taking a knockout, healing all the damage of that Mega Mewtwo. And yeah, oh man, it'll put Fred in a great position. He'll take his first 2 prize cards, but he's going to be so far ahead. So Lysander, bring it to Zygarde. Fred doesn't have a Garbodor, he's just Lysander around these Carbinks. So go down to 4 prize cards, okay. On a Deion's turn, he's going to approach the Zygarde with the 130 damage on it. And let's see, Deion, what he could do is Lysander, bring up a Trubbish, take a knockout, and then try to knock out the other Trubbish with the other Carbink, which is going to be hard to do. But if Fred does not find a Garbodor immediately, he could go back-to-back Lysanders on the Trubbish. So I think that might be the correct play. You give up multiple EX cards, like you're gonna lose Zygarde, but if you get rid of all of his Garbodors, he can't knock out your Carbinks. So no, gonna Lysander the Shaman and gonna do 130 to knock it out. Yep, 130, going down to 2 prize cards, and Let's see what's going to happen. Deion can't take a knockout next turn as of right now. We're going to see you treat Psychic Affinity. Fred's going to go to 2 prize cards. Okay. Now it's Carbink Break versus the world. Can Deion's Carbink survive long enough? Can Deion find another Zygarde? And we do see a Zygarde in his hand. So Zygarde, we see a Strong Energy. We see a Power Memory. We see... Does he just go for a Diamond Gift to put 2 energies on his bench Zygarde to knock out whoever he wants next turn? Ooh, this could be This could be a bad situation for Fred. Fred could potentially lose this turn. Oh, next turn. Alright, so let's see what does Deion decide to do here. If you have a VS Seeker in your hand, I think you just Diamond Gift, put 2 energies on that Zygarde, and you gotta think Fred is a little bit nervous for sure. Both players do have 4 cards left. I think he already attached the Zygarde, unfortunately. And we're gonna see 40 damage being dealt. I definitely think he just attached that bench Zygarde and neither one remembered. But we'll see. Let's see what Fred decides to do. He's got a Psychic Energy active. So right now he's doing 3, 6, 9, 12. Nope, that's not it. He's not going to do that just yet. Fred doesn't have a Lysander either. So he really can't do too much about this Carbink unless he finds a Garbodor off this end. So both players are going to set up. And I think if Deion was to use the Diamond Gift last turn, put 2 energies on that Zygarde, he could have licensed up any Pokemon on the bench, like the Shaman, the Mega Mewtwo's, and took a knockout on him to win the game. So both players are going to set up. Fred's going to get 2 cards. Deion's going to get 2 cards. And I mean, maybe, just maybe, these Carbinks might be enough to win the game. Alright, so see it pass. Oh, damage change. There we go. Damage change, not do anything. You can't damage change it off, but it just doesn't do anything. Alright, so to Deion's turn, do you just... I mean, you have to go for this. You have to go for Diamond Gift to put 2 energies on your bench Zygarde and just take a knockout. Because you can't keep using... you can't use Carbink. You're not going to win the game. Fred's going to keep damage changing, switching the damage off. And if you're wondering how he's using that attack because he has a Mega Mewtwo, it's because of the Shrine of Memories. So, let's see. Does Deion go for this Diamond Gift or not? I think you have to. You gotta go for this play. If you don't, you just lose the game regardless. So we'll see just another 40 damage being dealt instead. Maybe Deion thinks... I mean, maybe Fred's going to deck out before Deion does. There's a Flowstone going on Mewtwo. Okay. We see a DC. He could touch it to the Mewtwo, and there we go. DC to the active. Okay. I think that might be all of Fred's energies. He could be out of energies right now. And if that's the case, Deion could maybe license the Shaman, get us stuck in the axe spot. There's DC to the active Mewtwo, and we'll see another damage change. Okay. On to Deion's turn, he's going to draw a card. He has a T-Flare, going to discard the DC off the active. There goes a DCE, and I mean, if you're Deion, I think you oh, nope, going to do another damage change. Or another attack for 40. And we see 2 cards left. We see another damage change. Deion is going to deck out first. And Deion does have a VS Seeker. He has to go for this Diamond Gift play. Looks like, yeah, Fred has 3. Deion has 2 left. If you're Deion, you have to put these 2 energies on the Zygarde. And take a knockout. Nope, go for another 40. Alright, unless Deion's got some fancy play I don't know about. Like a Team Rocket's Trickery or something. Fred does have a VS Seeker. He can... Hex Maniac for a knockout. He does have a Lysander. Gonna bring up that Zygarde. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I guess if Deion did put those energies on it, he would lose the game right now. But Deion is going to take 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 160 damage. So 6, 12. Another 4 coming down. Deion will draw his last card. And he is actually going to deck out. Now he can VS Seeker for N. But there's no way he can retreat the Zygarde. It's stuck in the axe spot. And yeah, I think if Deion, if he would have maybe went for the Diamond Gift play, he could have potentially knocked out a Mega Mewtwo and win the game that way. But that's game number 1. Fred does take it, and we're going to go to game number 2. Now, I mean, what we learned during game 1 is Deion has to find his power memory. That's the key. He has the power memory for his Zygarde to knock out the Mega Mewtwo's. That's the only way to go. You can't smack it for like 130, whatever. You have to find Power Memory to do maximum damage to knock out these Mega Mewtwo's in one hit, and don't let Fred give a chance to use the damage change. And that's the key thing here. If you do, you put yourself in a bad situation. On the other hand, Fred needs to find the Garbodor. I don't know I don't know if he just didn't expect the Carbinks or something, or maybe he was like, I'm just gonna Lysand around it. But I definitely try to find the Garbodor early to knock out those Carbinks. We saw that Deion did kind of sit there for a while, Carbink in the active spot, and Fred couldn't really do anything because, he can't attack that safeguard Pokemon. But here we go on a game number 2. Both players are going to shuffle up. It is a best 2 out of 3. And guys, if you don't know, make sure you go check out the link down below to the Next Level games. They're the one who provided this awesome setup, this top-down view to see these games pretty well. I think we can see them pretty excellent, which I do love a lot. It makes me jealous because I want one of these as well. So make sure you check out the Next Level games to buy singles and sealed products as well. So both players are going to set up here. It looks like Fred did find a Pokemon. Deion did not. He did Mulligan. Nothing too spicy out of that Mulligan for sure. And Deion is going to shuffle up one more time. Now Deion's is most likely going to go first, right? And what he wants to lead with is a Carbink. He wants to Carbink, try to Carbink break, and use Diamond Gift ASAP to try to power up these Zygardes and try to knock out the Mewtwo's as fast as you can before they get a ton of energies on them. Alright, so we're going to see Deion going to get 7 new cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was 7. Hopefully it was 7. And he did find a Zygarde. Alright. Which is not a Carbink. Like I said, I think Carbink is the correct person to start with, unless Fred starts Trubbish and Deion starts as Zygarde, like I said. Alright, so on the Deion turn, it's going to put a Fighting Energy deactive, and that is going to be a hard pass. There is nothing else in Deion's hand. Alright, so on the Fred's turn, he's got a VS Seeker. He has in a Hax Maniac. He has to play it in. If he doesn't, Deion could put down a Strong Energy and just take a knockout for 80, which would make Fred very mad. So, going to shuffle up, going to get a new hand of 6, and can Fred find another Pokemon? If he doesn't, this Trubbish could get knocked out immediately, and Fred will lose this game and go into game number 3. But can Fred find the Hoopa, an Ultra Ball, a Mewtwo, even a Shaman for 1 would be fantastic, just to find somebody. So here we go. Does Fred find a Pokemon? And he does find a Trubbish. He finds, okay, Mega Mewtwo and Ultra Ball as well. So he can Ultra Ball. I think you discard the Psychic and Trainer's Mail, maybe? Because what you could do is put down, okay, there's Trainer's Mail. Yeah, okay, alright. 3 VS Seekers and a Mewtwo. That's good. He could, okay, there's a VS Seeker for the next turn. Just a guaranteed your supporter card. VS Seeker, Ultra Ball discarding a Mega Mewtwo and a Psychic Energy. I think this is fine. He's got the Hoopa. He can use Scoundering, put down a second Trubbish to get the Garbodor pressure off ASAP. So we're going to see Fred grab the Hoopa. He's going to look through his deck first to see what's all in there for sure. And, yep, we're going to see probably 2 Mewtwo's and a Shaman come down with this. Most likely, he could put down the Trubbish and set it for 5 new cards. So Mewtwo, Shaman, and another Mewtwo. There we go. So turn 1 is going great for Fred. Alright, so, let's see. He'll probably put down the Trubbish, I imagine. Just get both Trubbishes in the line. Because the active one, well, it has a very high possibility of being knocked out. So see Mewtwo, Hoopa, Mewtwo, or double Mewtwo, okay. Trubbish, DC a bench Mewtwo, and Shaman set up for 5 new cards. And can Fred find some Spirit Links and see a Flowstone and see a Hax Maniac? If you're Fred, you're going to Flowstone the bench Trubbish, so that way you can retreat out next turn. And we're going to see Ultra Ball, maybe an Ultra Ball? I don't know what you really dig for. I think you just hold on a pass. Alright, so we see Deion does have a Strong Energy. There's a Carbink coming down as well. Fighting Fury Belt, Strong Energy. And does he have a supporter card? He has an Ultra Ball. Could discard 2 cards to get another Carbink or maybe another Zygarde. So Ultra Ball, discarding a Fighting and an N. Alright. Now Fred does have the turn to Garbodor. He has an Ultra Ball in his hand. He can get Garbodor out. Get that set up. Make your Carbink does not work with the Safeguard and be good to go. Take knockouts on it almost immediately. But we'll see an Ultra Ball for a Shaman. Okay. And we're going to see Shaman set up for 5 new cards as of right now. So yeah, Shaman set up 5. Alright, Carbink, supporter card, stuff. I can't see it that very well. It looks like a Sycamore, a VS Seeker, 2 fightings, a power memory, and another power memory. It looks like 2 power memories are in his hand, which you definitely don't want to discard those. You need at least 1 to do, like, knock out a Mega Mewtwo. So let's see, what does Deion, so VS, okay, there's another N? Yeah, it looks like it was another N instead. So in, both players are going to shuffle up against 6 new cards, but Deion will take a knockout on this Trubbish. He'll do 80 damage thanks to that strong energy. He would heal damage off that Zygarde, but Fred did not attack it last turn, so it doesn't matter. It's okay, though. Both players are going to get 6 new cards, and let's see what is going to happen. Alright, so I see a Link in Fred's hand, and a Flowstone, but he's already got the Trubbish down. We see a Zygarde come on the bench. We see Seamus setting up. Okay. He's got a Parallel City. So Deion can Parallel City himself down to 3 and discard both the Seamus. That way they don't get knocked out. Yeah, both your Seamans. Okay. Alright, so both Seamans being discarded, which is fantastic. That Parallel City. And let's see, what else does Deion have? He does have a power memory. Gonna put on the bench Zygarde, and we'll see a Cellstorm for 80, knocking out the Trubbish, and Deion will go down to 5 prize cards. Alright, so Fred's probably put the Trubbish with Flowstone and has free retreat, which is why you do that. We see a Trainer's Mill from Fred. Go look at top cards of his deck: Psychic, Mega Mewtwo, Psychic, and a N. He can grab the N. Not gonna play it immediately. There's nowhere ready to play right now. You have links, you have other stuff in your hand that you want to play out first. Alright, so let's see. We see a Flowstone in his hand. He can Flowstone the Hoopa because it does have that heavy retreat cost. We'll see a Spearling onto the Mega Mewtwo. We see another Mewtwo in Fred's hand as well, of a Shrine of Memories. So in, both players are going to set up and get 6 new cards. But can Fred take a knockout? Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Plus the base 22, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, I don't think Fred can take a knockout this turn unless he hits double Mega Turbo and a DC. That would be enough for a knockout. So in, both players are going to shuffle up. Deion's going to get 5. Fred's going to get 6 because he hasn't taken a prize card yet. So there we go. 6 cards going down. And let's see, can Fred get some crazy turn? He has double Mega Turbos, but no DCE. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. So Psychic Energy to the Mewtwo. He doesn't have a Mega Mewtwo either, so that's problematic. So we're going to retreat into the Trubbish. That's kind of a key thing why he can't Psychic Infinity this turn. So, we'll see a pass onto Deion's turn. Now, Deion could Lysander up the Trubbish with an energy and just get rid of all of his Garbodor options, which is very cool. That's something he could do this turn. He also could maybe do a ton of damage to somebody. So, let's see a strong go to the bitch Carbink. No, we don't. Never mind. I guess he does have a Lysander. I think you have VS Seeker, you definitely Lysander the Trubbish. Take a knockout, like ASAP. Like, I think I do see a VS Seeker. Nope, that's not a VS Seeker. It's 2 strong energies, Ultra Ball, and a Sycamore. Alright, and a Fighting Fuel. So Ultra Ball discarding a Fighting Fuel and a strong energy. Probably getting a second Carbink break online. Because I imagine what we'll see. Yep, there's second Carbink break. You put that down. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Can Mewtwo take a knock on a Zygarde next turn? Yes. If it finds a DCE and a Mega Turbo, it will take a knockout. And we're going to see a Sycamore from Deion. Going to get 7 new cards, Strong Energy, and a Sycamore. Discard his hand. Draw 7 new cards. I see an Escape Rope. I see a Haxmaniac. And does he find an Enhanced Hammer? And he does. The last card in the 7 was an Enhanced Hammer. Discarded the DC off that bench Mewtwo. Wow, that was crazy. Alright, and we're going to see Escape Rope. Or switch. Okay, so switch into the Carbink break. We'll see a Diamond Gift for 20. Putting 2 strong energies on that bench Zygarde, or just a strong energy at a fighting. He has to put 2 on there. There's 1 and 2. Now on to Fred's turn. He has an Ultra Ball. He can discard a Lysander and a Psychic Energy. and do some Mega Turbo stuff, but Deion could potentially knock out this Mewtwo, the Mega Mewtwo the following turn. If he has an energy and Lysander, it could be done with the Power Memory, so I want to see Power Memory used so bad. I miss G-Booster so much. So, Ultra Ball discarding a Psychic and a... Oh, no, okay, Psychic and a Lysander to maybe grab a Mega Mewtwo. Okay, show me the Mega. But I mean, you gotta be scared if you're Fred, because that Zygarde could take a knockout. Power Memory does 200, plus the Strong Energy is 220, which is enough to knock out this Mega Mewtwo. So it's gonna be interesting to see, will we see a Power Memory play come in action or not? I'd be happy to see it. I would not complain at all. But Fred's still trying to decide what to give his Ultra Ball, and he does get a Mega Mewtwo. Yeah, that's definitely the correct thing to do. But what does he do? So Mega Mewtwo coming down, double Mega Turbo. Okay, there's 1, 2. And you'll see a VS Secret for N, so both players are going to shuffle up and get some new cards. Yeah, there's no way Fred's going to put this Mega Mewtwo in the active spot, because that Zygarde with the 2 energies can just take a knockout. Fred's plan is to find a Lysander and bring up that Zygarde, take a knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, he's only doing 160 right now, which doesn't knock out the Zygarde with the 2 energies and the Power Memory. We see Fred does find multiple DCEs and a Link. Alright, so Fred's going to look through Deion's discard pile. And if I'm Fred, I'm going to put the DC on the other Mewtwo that doesn't have any energies on it. And that way, if Deion does find a Lysander energy, you have another Mewtwo ready to go. So DC on the bench Mewtwo. And do we see just a pass? Yep, pass on to Deion's turn. Alright, so Deion does have an energy in the VS Seeker, if I'm not mistaken myself. If he does, it's going to put Fred in a really strange situation. So we'll see stronger. Oh, no. Strong energy, okay, on the Zygarde with the Fighting Fear Belt. We'll see a switch. Okay. Looks like he's going to go for the second attack for 120, 30, 140 to knock out the Hoban and go down to 3 prize cards. He did have a VS Seeker, but opt to keep it in his hand as of right now. Okay. And does Deion play a VS Seeker for like an end or something else? And no, just go play the end now. Maybe he didn't have a VS Seeker and I'm just seeing stuff. Like, maybe I thought he did have one though. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe he didn't have it. Maybe we'll just assume he didn't have a VS Seeker and he's ending. He's gonna take a knockout either way. This Mewtwo on the bench is not taking a knockout either. It's only do 36, 9, 12, 15, 18. It's only do 190, which is not enough for a knockout. So both players are going to shuffle up. The Fighting Fury is just making like the Zygarde super tanky. Alright, so Fred has 6 cards. Deion has 5. And we will see a Lands... I don't think it's Land's Wrath. I don't know what it's called. Land's Wrath is definitely like Lander's third attack. Well, we're just going to pretend it's Land's Wrath. It doesn't do the same amount of damage, but it's definitely fun to say Landers. I missed the Lander so much. So we see Fred top next to an Ultra Ball. Okay. He can discard 2 cards from his hand to grab a Mega Mewtwo, most likely. I don't know if you go for I don't know if you end a Lysander. So Ultra Ball discarding a Shrine and a Sycamore. Show me Mega Mewtwo. And there it is. There's Mega Mewtwo. Alright, so that's what I thought. Mega Mewtwo coming down, which is fine. Okay. I mean, that Mega Mewtwo could take 6 price cards in the grand scheme of things. It'd be very hard to do. But we'll see what happens. Fred has a Lysander. He can bring up somebody if he wants to do that. We'll see Trainer's Mail. Gets a VS Seeker, Flowstone, Psychic Energy. Flowstone's the Shaman. Okay. And we'll see the end. Both players are going to shuffle up and get... Fred's going to get 6. And Deion's going to get 3 new cards. Now... If you're Deion, if you find the energy, you can knock out a Mega Mewtwo on the bench. Deion could also just like knock out a Shaman with the active Zygarde, because the active Zygarde is not getting knocked out. Fred's already attached for his turn; he can't do too much. Fred's already played 2 Mega Turbos, so it's gonna be a little hard for him to take a knockout. And there's 1 Mega Turbo. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yeah, he needs a double Mega Turbo. We see Ultra Ball discarding double Psychic. This could grab a Shaman, or it could grab a Garbodor. Let's see what Fred decides to do with this Ultra Ball. I think either one is fine. I don't know If he has a Shaman, he might go for that instead and try to get a knockout this turn. Goes 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. Alright, so another Mewtwo coming down instead. Alright, so maybe he doesn't want to go for the Shaman. He can retreat to this Mewtwo maybe and just pass. So Psychic to bench Mewtwo. We see Mega Turbo to that guy. We see retreat. And I don't think Psychic Vein takes a knockout here unless I'm doing bad at math. 3, 6. Yeah, I guess it must be enough for a knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 20. Oh, that is enough for a knockout. Okay, so there we go. But if Deion finds a strong energy or any kind of energy, he could take a knockout on this Mewtwo. Sorry, I apologize. I must have missed an energy with counting. That's the only thing I think of. So Deion has 4 cards in his hand. I see an Ultra Ball, I see a Lysander, but I do not see a way to attach return. So Lysander, bring up that new Mewtwo. And we're going to see Deion use Cellstorm maybe? Oh man, that's not good. Your chance to knock out the Mega and you whiff the energy. Alright, so see Cellstorm for 80. I think if I was Deion, I might have knocked out the Trubbish instead. I know you have to worry about Hexmaniac, but I don't know. Either way, Deion's in a bad situation. So 100 damage to the active, okay. Wait, what? 100 damage? How's he doing 100? Oh, 80. Okay, I didn't see the dice correctly. It is 80. I was like, what's going on? So he does have 80. We'll see Shaman set up, and we see a DCE. We see a Super Rod. So DC the active. We'll see a retreat into the Mega Mewtwo, and this Psychic Infinity will do a ton of damage. Garbodor coming down as well. Fred will go down to 2 prize cards, and if you're Deion, you're in a lot of trouble. You have double Ultra Ball. You have something else, but he top decks a Sycamore. There he goes. So he gets Sycamore Ultra Ball, discards a Ultra Ball and a Pokemon Sternality. Where's Zygarde? I don't see a Lysander or Fred's hand. So this Zygarde could potentially get powered up just a little bit, like Diamond Gift, put 2 energies on it. And then maybe Power Memory. I just want to see Power Memory so bad. So Sycamore going to discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. He had a hand of 0, so that's fantastic. Fighting Field to the bench, Zygarde instead, okay. Faded Town coming down to start doing 20 damage to his Mewtwo's. And we'll see a Diamond Gift for 40, putting 2 energies on that bench. On the bench, Zygarde most likely. So we'll see a train as well for Enhanced Hammer, discarding DC off the bench. Okay. And let's see what else is going to happen. We'll see just a Diamond Gift for 40, putting 2 energies on that bench Zygarde. 2 strong energies as well. That's something to note. Okay. I imagine he will put 2 strong energies on it. So we'll see 40. Yeah, then the Faded Town 60 and 20 to the bench. Alright, so on Fred's turn, he top decks the VS Seeker, which doesn't give him the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And there's a Mega Turbo, so he'll put an energy on the active. He'll VS Seeker for a Lysander, bring in the Zygarde, and win the game. So VS Seeker for Lysander, bring in the Zygarde, and Fred will take the game against his Carbink Break Zygarde deck. Unfortunately, we did not see a Power Memory like I wanted to. I just want to see a Power Memory so bad, but Deion whipped the energy off the end for 3. Oh my goodness. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This is round number 6, and Fred does advance to the top 8 of the Madison. I hope I didn't say League Cup. No, I hope I did say League Cup. I hope I didn't say Cities. I almost said Cities again just a second ago, but hopefully, yeah, he's going to advance to top 8 of the League Cup. Still great job to Deion with his Zygarde Carbink deck. Made us so close and still very far with his deck, so congratulations to him as well. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. The next video you'll see will be top 8, and they'll have top 4, and then the finals of Madison League Cup. Who is going to win? That is the big question. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.